That's got to be a bug, guys. There's totally audio missing here. The music track's not popping.
I'm never flying on no sleep ever again. This is your fault.
Get it together. We need to figure this out.
We have to deliver the goods by tomorrow morning, or Krista will have our heads.
Let's just retrace our steps. Did we pass anything on the way?
Well, there was the Sligo nest, and I can't remember anything else.
Sligo Nest is a start. We'll retrace our steps from there.
Not if I get there first. Ooh, there's a droid unit. Hello.
I have work, if you are capable.
Very cool. All right, so there's more contracts.
Okay, goodbye.
There's a new broker available. Oh, so you have to discover the brokers first. All right, well, there's a Savak table up here if I decide I want to come play some more Savak. But now we're going back downstairs, back to the planet. While we're going down, let's go to the journal and track. Show on map. Track. I don't trust your ship parts. Well, now I suppose if we want the faction armor from every place, we have to go, like, get our faction up with every place. Uh-oh. It crashed. I know what caused it, too. I think I know what caused it. I literally tabbed out to go check something, and for some reason it triggered. I bet that's something to do with the Elgato capture card. I think it also depends, Red Dragon, what graphics setting you're playing on. Because there are different fidelity modes, and I'm playing on performance mode, and it definitely looks downscaled. You know, it looks less quality than the quality mode, but I choose to play it in performance mode because I want that smooth frame rate experience. But you can absolutely turn it on to visual mode, and it looks way better. Totally looks way better. And on PC, you can get anything you want out of it. So like we have my Elgato's gonna freak out here for a second. So this is the favor of quality with 30 frames, and then you could also go the opposite direction and go 100% quality mode, which I believe is 30 frames. So let's put it in quality mode. You should be able to notice quite a bit of a difference. I can see a big difference just on the PS5 visually, but it also takes a hit to performance. And when you're playing long sessions like I do, it does matter. All right, it's gonna load in. No, I'm playing PS5. So this is quality mode, which drops the frames down to, I believe, 30. But it has all the tracing on, all the extra shadows, all the extra everything. Um, Even the ship already looks better to me. I don't know if it carries through on the stream so much. Um, all right, let's go ahead and land. I thought I initiated the landing sequence. There it goes. I may have accidentally backed out of that by accident. Hang on. I thought I initiated landing. How does that work? There we go. Let's go to Maragona City. Look at that Atmo burn. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my god! Star Wars boner! Not politically correct! When you go into quality mode on the PS5, everything definitely looks way more crisp. So I played Starfield when it first came out, and it didn't have any options on the Xbox Series X. It was just 30 frames, everything at max. And it looked beautiful, but it did suffer from some frame issues here and there. And that's no different here. If you want to play with the max settings on the PS5, everything does look much better, but you do play at 30. Now the PS5 does have a 40 frame mode. But one of the things I've noticed that's immediately better is like when you look at her hair and everything, when we do like a screenshot, and the lighting just changed here, so I'll have to go into photo mode. Excuse me, to get the lighting that I want. So let me see if I can do this the way I want. Go into photo mode. And there's a time of day setting in here somewhere. See, I'm gonna have to turn her around if I want the lighting that I want. Anyway, you know, you either choose whether you're playing in performance mode or not. It's up to you. Photo mode. Here, now we can change time of day. Get some different lighting for her face. There we go. Hang on, come back. So, like, I would have to, I got to get the focus just right because the focus is not on her face right now. Hang on. Try to get the best light possible so that I can show you what I'm looking at. Focal distance. I may be moving in the wrong direction. Yeah, we're moving in the wrong direction, I think. No. Focal distance. There we go. There we go. I had to get the focus right so that we could do a proper headshot. So, if you go in here and look, and again, I have to keep changing the focus of this so that you can see the strands pop out and stuff. But this is where you'll see a big difference between like the visual mode, the performance mode, and the quality mode is when you're up close like this. So you could see she's got a clearly broken nose. You can see the freckles on her face. And again, if I go in here and play with it more, you'll be able to get, there's more control, I think, on the PC from the photo mode. But you could do all sorts of fun stuff with the photo mode here. And the game does look very, very, very good. So yes, I don't get the people either who are like, the game looks like shit. No, it doesn't. You just need glasses. So anyway, let's run around a little bit in the 30 frame mode, in quality mode. You know, for those of you who want to see the difference, this is what the space station looks like when you're in quality mode. Now, the reason I choose to play it in performance is because I play long sessions, and it helps my eyes to have a smoother frame rate. Let's check a quest here. That's a sabak thing. Let's do this one. Let's do the trader. No, I get that you don't have any complaints, Red Dragon. I just wanted to show off the difference and talk about it a little bit because I do think it's an important thing to pay attention to. So, like, one of the things you can notice immediately, like in quality mode, is like the sheen. If you look at this sheen right here and on any water surface, and then you go back into performance mode, and that sheen gets way muted. It's a way muted sheen. So it's just, you know, depends on what you're looking for. Because we're constantly in motion, most of the time people aren't really noticing the difference between performance mode. If you stop and take screenshots, you definitely want to have quality mode on the PS5 or the Xbox, because that's when you're going to get the best, crispest looking textures. Everything's going to be maxed out, etc. So I feel like it's a very disingenuous argument when people are out there complaining about the graphics, because they are not. It's a very disingenuous conversation because they're not looking at it in quality mode. They're looking at things in performance mode, and in performance mode, there are definitely sacrifices being made to the visual fidelity of the game to enhance the frame rate. That's basic. Jesus, it's like basic game dev 101, and that just goes to show you how many people are just ignorant. Not, you know, ignorance is not bad. I don't mean that as an insult. It's just when it comes to the people who are complaining about the visual fidelity, they really don't know what they're talking about. Most of the people, especially the ones who haven't even played the game and they're complaining about the visual fidelity. Mm-mm. And also something else to consider, if you haven't played the game and you're basing your opinion off of someone else's screenshot, whatever, understand that there's always a fidelity loss when you take a screenshot of an image and render it out as a JPEG or a PNG or whatever it is that you're going to do. Um, when I record a video, my bit rate determines the quality of the video that you are all watching on your streams. So because I live in the boonies, I stream. Twitch has a maximum of 6,000 KB, 6 megabytes, 6 megs on the upload, is what Twitch says. Now, if I only streamed on YouTube, I could go higher. And when I lived in the city and I only streamed on YouTube, I would stream at 10,000, which is full 1920 by 1080 HD. And if you want to stream in 4K, you can stream even higher than that. But when you can stream at a higher quality bit rate, the images come through more crisp, more clean, so that the viewer sees, and especially if you're going to be streaming in 4K. There is a big difference between streaming in 4K on YouTube and streaming on Twitch at 6K. Even if you're in 4K resolution, your upload bit rate is going to keep the quality at a certain level. That's another consideration. People pulling footage from streams, and if there's a dip in the bit rate, the image can render down a little bit more, and that's where you get these people who are like, look at this screenshot, it looks like absolute shit. Man, there are 50 million reasons why that screenshot could look like a piece of shit. It's very disingenuous to use a screenshot as an argument unless we know the context of how that screenshot was taken.
Hey, I want to play some sabak. Ever heard of Caslos? Sorry, friend. My gambling days are behind me.
No, I think they captured the essence of The Empire Strikes Back perfectly.
Take a look. You won't regret it.
Look at these posters. That's so cool. All right, my target is down below. There's a stairwell over here. Somewhere. I remember there's a stairwell. There it is.
Okay, let's keep an ear out for comlink chatter about Gorak.
Okay, we're listening for a comlink conversation.
Where are you?
That would be her.
If you don't get here quick, I'm just gonna eat without you. I'm starving.
Not the Dawn.
Oh, not who I'm looking for. All right, let's be methodical about
You
this.
said this jacket was authentic Gundog leather. I know Robuma hide when I smell it.
You should have checked before you bought it.
Hey, some things that would look great on that Mercado.
Hey
I
there.
bet that little guy's already found lots of trinkets. I've got a few things that would fit him, if you're willing to trade.
Okay, these are some things you could trade. I like the shirt. I like both of those holsters.
All right, next time perhaps.
Don't be reckless. What if you get caught? Star racing is illegal in that sector. What am I going to do if you get hurt?
So can I can't go into a screen. I was gonna say it would be really cool if I go into photo mode during conversations like this.
Let's keep looking.
Exactly, Saye over on Twitch. Can't make how many people make a screenshot of her face of the game in a bad frame. Exactly. Why don't I? Why am I playing on console and not PC when I have a PC that could run it? That's kind of a so. This is my day job. I have two PCs. One is my old PC. Well, I have two gaming laptops. My old gaming laptop is my stream box, which I'm streaming through right now. It's sitting right here on the desk. And over here is the new laptop that I just bought earlier this year, which has a 4080 in it. And then I have a PS5 and a Series X. So I'm a big fan of the most lifespan I can get out of my machines, the best, because I don't have an unlimited budget. And even though this is my equipment and this is how I make a living and this is all a tax write-off, I want to make sure that I get the most life out of things as I possibly can. So I try to distribute the load as evenly as I can between things. I really only try to use the PC for games that are PC exclusive. So as an example, I play World of Warcraft on that machine because it's PC exclusive. Enshrouded currently is PC exclusive. I'll play that there. Dune Awakening, when it comes out next year, is going to launch on the PC. Shit. Don't want to get caught by stormtroopers. So I will play PC exclusives
With the cute little
on the
Mercado.
PC. But my PC is
Have
also
something for you.
I do video editing. Like 85% of my job is video editing. Yes, I stream a few hours per day, but most of my job is recording videos and or cutting videos and or making reviews and game guides and other things to go out on YouTube. That's where I make the bulk of my money. My streaming revenue is growing thanks to everybody who's been tuning in for the daily streams at 11 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch. Our Twitch channel is growing very well. We just crossed 35,000 on YouTube. So all the streaming revenue is going good as our audience grows, which is awesome. And maybe at some point that'll replace. But I still do a lot of video editing, so that's man hours on the machine. The more man hours I put on the machine, the quicker it wears out. So if I want to get 7 years out of a laptop, 8 years out of a laptop, I try to spread the load. So the reason I'm playing this on the PS5 and not the Series X as an example, because the Series X has a much more comfortable controller for me, um, is because I've already used my Series X a ton over the past 3 years. I just got my PS5 in March of this year, and so I'm finally putting hours on the PS5. So I've done 6 or 8 games on the PS5 this year. I'm going to do this one on the PS5. I'll probably do Space Marine 2 on the PS5. Some things I'll be playing the Series X, like Avowed, will be, and Indiana Jones. Those will both be Xbox games. Stalker 2 is going to be an Xbox game. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. If I need to check, if I have the option, I'll probably play that on the PS5. Again, distributing the load. Try to get the maximum amount of lifespan out of my Series X PS5 laptop. That's the long answer of why I prefer to game on my consoles anytime I can as opposed to PC. I do not believe in PC Master Race. I play all consoles. I have a subscription to Xbox um, Game Pass. I have the Ultimate Edition. And then I have a PS Plus subscription. I have a running subscription to both of those places so that I get free games every month. And I support those ecosystems because I like those ecosystems. I have a Lord of the Rings Online subscription. I have a World of Warcraft subscription. I have a Filmora subscription through Wondershare. I have a Canva account. I have, there's lots of tools that I use. But that piece, my PCs are my workhorses. So for me, it's not about where am I going to get the best graphics. It's about let's look at the whole picture here. Since I run a business out of this, I like the haptic controls, CA, but I get thumb fatigue on the PS5 controller after about 4 hours of game, 3 to 4 hours of gameplay. I get thumb fatigue. Like right now, my thumb's a little sore because I did about 4 hours of streaming earlier today, and now we're coming up on 6 hours total of streaming today, so I'm starting to feel it in my thumb. And if I do that for if I do 6 or 8 hours a day for like a week, I have to take a day and be like, my poor thumb needs a break. Whereas on the Xbox Series X controller, I can play that thing for 12 hours a day, and I don't get any thumb fatigue at all. And the haptic feedback, this finger's fine, this finger's not. Because I injured this finger last year. I rolled the tendon up and over, and it was fucked up for about 8 months. And so I still have residual pain when I overuse this finger, and so the haptic controls on the PS5 can get a little, after 6 or 8 hours of playing, I get a little, So, but I do like the haptic. It's pretty cool for certain things. All right, we need to eavesdrop some more. No, don't talk to him. That's a main quest. Oh, I'm out of the range, aren't I? Oop, something back in here.
Looking for something?
I wonder if they could be upstairs.
Keep an eye on him, okay? If anything, we're lucky Tislak is so emotional. I mean, think about it. He betrayed Gorak just because he wouldn't cover his trips to some
Here we
casino
go.
cruiser. Just keep him alive.
Of course it was Tislak. All right, Nix. Let's steal that comm link.
Can I save? Yes, please. I bet I could just have Nick steal it. What am I doing? I'm all thinking about pickpocketing, and I'm like playing other games, and I'm like, let's go pickpocket her. And I'm like, no, I just need Nix to do it. Jesus.
Waka, can you trace a comlink signal for me? I sent you the frequency.
I'm a little busy, but fine.
Are we going back to Renfail Station?
Looks like the last communication came from Renfail Station near Toshal.
Huh. Guess I'm going to Rampali.
Yep.
Can't you just let the Trailblazer rest? She's been through a lot.
It's a ship. Relax.
You there? With the cute little merc.
All right, back to the station we go. Can I fast travel to the station since I've already been there, I wonder? Okay. Oh, I totally could, except for some reason, it won't let me do it at the moment. I wonder why. But it does have a fast travel option. I wonder if I have to be in space to use it. Or maybe just this quest doesn't want to let me. It might be locked for a specific reason. Check it again. I'll probably just go straight here. Show on the map. Yeah, it's locked for some odd reason.
Let's get out of here.
Let's skedaddle. Shakana says, hey Ren, caught a couple of your bids, still enjoying. Looks like a fun game from what I've seen. It is a great game. Apologize if I was delayed in getting back to that. That was before the Asmongold discussion, when I just saw the comment. Well, the finger thing was, by the way, that was a machete related. I was outside cutting grass with a machete, and I'm not used to using a machete, and so I was cutting, and the motion of the machete is, when you're slicing grass, is like side to side. And when I did this, if you can imagine like a flicking motion, right? You're cutting, you're flicking, and the tip of the machete went too deep and hit the dirt. And it like backfired in my hand, and it went pop, and I immediately went, ah! And that was so painful. I couldn't open like a can of tuna for like 6 months with this finger, and trying to work, I had to learn how to use my middle finger for the mouse because I couldn't even click the mouse button for like 6 months. It was horrible. I don't recommend that to anybody. But it was a freak accident, just doing yard work, you know. You get older, shit happens.